Yeah,
There we go. And away we go. Hey, everybody. If you will, everybody, just handle your own mute button if you can. I'm on my phone, so it's going to be really tricky for me to do that. So just monitor your own little mute, unmute, if you will, on your end. And let me see if I can make myself the speaker here. That's kind of tricky. It's really easy on my laptop, but not so easy on my phone.
You are already the primary speaker.
Who knows what we're recording right now? I'm trying to find the list of certificates. I mean, list of participants. So I'm just going to go with it. And let's see. How's that? All right. Can you guys see me okay? Just a thumbs up will do. All right. So welcome everybody to the call. My apologies for the technical difficulties again. I literally just had to leave a presentation as the prospect was still talking. You know how that is. And thank you, Peter Stoffaker, for jumping in and closing that presentation. Lovely guy. You guys pray for Brian tonight. He's had a lot of life going. We believe God's best for him. We are here. It's convention week. And man, I tell you, it could not come soon enough. And as tricky as family reunions can be with blood kin, this has all the good stuff of a family reunion without much of the bad stuff. You still have to figure out a way to get there. You still have to pay the money, right, and find the time in your schedule. But my goodness, who would you rather hang out with? The crowd that believes that life is getting better all the time and that change is possible and that transformation is within our hands and the power of life and death are in our very tongues and in our hands. Yeah, that's the crowd I want to hang out with, and that's you. And we get to do that and love on each other and celebrate each other all week. So Krista and I will jump on a flight tomorrow morning and have the afternoon there in Salt Lake to get settled in before the Pro 6 leadership get together tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday afternoon, I'm sorry. So this was going to be, my intention is to do a little pre-event global convention briefing for everyone. Perhaps this is your first event. Perhaps this is your 17th event, maybe more. But there's some things that I thought would be helpful to share on the team call tonight. So we're going to do just that. If you were tuning in last week or you saw the replay with Tracy Blanche, at the end of that call, you heard some statistics that came from Darren Jensen about the importance of events. And I won't rehash those, but I will refer you to the Facebook group page, LifeTree Transformational Business, where you can find those details and those statistics. I'm sure you'll hear a lot of that again from Darren on Thursday when we start General Session 1 at 1 p.m. But I wanted to, I wrote some notes, and if I can do this in the dark, try to get a little bit of a heads up for you. The Pro 6 isn't up. Of course, you already know that the Pro 6 get-together will be Wednesday afternoon starting at, I believe it's 2 o'clock. Gosh, somebody correct me on that. I don't have my schedule in front of me. The Elite Masquerade Ball will be that night. So those of you that are elites, hopefully you have your costumes all picked out. We fought against the theme party thing long enough, so we're going with it. So Krista and I will have our little masquerade ball gowns on, and I will not be wearing a ball gown, despite the visual that you might have just gotten. But it will be cool. So you want to get to elite status as soon as you can to hang out with that crowd. Thursday morning, the store will be open. You want to get your registration accomplished as soon as you arrive, so you can avoid the lines. The closer we get to General Session, the longer those lines will be in the store. So if you have not registered yet, please be aware that you have to do that before they will let you in the hall. If you enrolled with a Platinum Pack or a Gold Pack since Anaheim, that registration's already paid for. Or if for some reason you were not able to attend Anaheim Elite Academy, you still have that registration. All you have to do is go online, register for the event. That's at the bottom of the lifevantage.com page. It's also at the bottom of your back office InfoTrax electronic virtual office page. There's a little symbol or a little picture of Salt Lake City. Click on that, lead you right to the registration link. And that if you want to follow along tonight, that's actually the calendar that you'll need for convention. There's an app that I want to suggest that you go ahead and download if you have a smartphone device, either an Apple iPhone or an Android. It's called Crowd Compass. It's on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. You can download that. Once you have the app downloaded on your mobile device, type in or search for LifeVantage Global Convention, and it will update that event into your device so you can get the updated calendar, the breakout sessions, any news flashes. You can communicate with anybody who's at the event as well. You can send them messages. Hey, we're going to get together for lunch at, I don't know, where you're going to, Cheesecake Factory. There is a Cheesecake Factory there. So download the app. That will come into play here in just a moment. For this team, Julie White, who is on the road right now, headed to Salt Lake. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for getting me on this call. Thank you for hosting this forum normally and for securing a space for us to gather Saturday afternoon. So everybody give it up for Julie White. She's found room 151 Saturday afternoon at 12 o'clock. And we will just get together. So if you want to go grab your lunch and then come back and meet everybody in room 151 there in the convention hall, we have 2 hours that we'll just love on each other. We'll get some updates. I think Julie's lining up some guest speakers. Thank you, God, for Julie White. And so it should be a good time. It's a family reunion specifically for our team. If you don't want to eat, just come straight on. But you know, if you got to go grab a sandwich or something close by, get it as close as you can, or bring it with you that morning. We're going to gather in room 151 Saturday, October 25th from noon to 2. We'll keep you in the convention hall. Thank you again, Julie. Obviously, unless you're living under a rock, you know that we have a massive new product launch. It's the hair care line. It's a true science Nerf 2 activating hair care line. The world has never seen anything like this. They've had Nioxin. We've had Rogaine for, I don't know, 20 years. This is Nerf 2 activation for your hair. If you're like me, I was already using the facial cleanser as a shampoo. What have I got to lose, right? And it's awesome. So I use it on my face and on my head. And but this will be something remarkably different. In a $100 billion a year industry, we again are first to market with this line of products. So you don't want to miss it. As part of the launch, there is a pre-launch event going on right now. So if for some reason you missed out on this info, you can actually get a hold of the hair care treatment, the shampoo, the conditioner, and the serum, which is the secret sauce. If you go onto the LifeTree Transformational Business page on Facebook, the link is set up. The promotional video that Dave Fleming and Kelly Rich did this afternoon, announcing that link, they've opened it up to the whole field. So if you want to go ahead and make sure you have product waiting for you, you can go ahead and pre-order it now. They're selling fast. I think that's why they did it, because they were afraid if people waited till Thursday to get their stuff, there wasn't going to be any. So go ahead and go on there and get your hair care product ordered now. What's that link? Pickup.lifevantage.com. That's PICKUP.lifevantage.com is the direct website that you can go and order that hair care. I believe it's still active. I believe you can go right now. Well, don't go right now. Wait till the call's over and get that. All right, in those kits, here's the cool thing. The FAB and corporate has devised a Willy Wonka type scheme to put some golden tickets in those hair care packs. So they'll be giving away all kind of cool stuff. I got a rundown of some of the stuff they're giving away. 2 Dyson hair dryers, 5 $250 gift cards. Presumably that's LifeVantage gift cards for either product or swag, I would imagine. 2 Traeger grills, top of the line grills. 2 tickets, hotel, air, and registration to Charleston Elite Academy in February. That's not small. 2 MacBook Airs, awesome. 2 65-inch TVs that you shouldn't plug in until you hit Pro 10. 2 motorized bikes that you shouldn't use the motor on. And 2 round-trip airfares, and presumably some other stuff to Ireland as well. That's the grand prize that will be given away throughout the course of the convention. Here are the ways you can qualify for those ticket giveaways. First of all, buy the hair care stuff. Those golden tickets are in there. Also, spend $50 in the LifeVantage store. if you come to the LifeVantage party for the entertainment night or get together, that is there's an opportunity for you to win an extra ticket by singing karaoke. There you go. So warm up your vocal cords, pick your favorite karaoke song. We'll see you on stage at the social event in Salt Lake City. Also, if you give $50 or more to the LifeVantage Legacy product, that's another way to generate a ticket for that raffle. And then your registration will get you a ticket. The convention registration, you're already going, you're going to get a ticket for that. And using the Crowd Compass app as well, you're going to get push notifications. Hey, do this, and you get entered into the drawing. Or if you show up here in the next 15 minutes, you get, whatever. I'm not sure quite how that's going to happen, but you need to have that Crowd Compass app open and using it. That's the point of having it. All right. Those are the giveaways. Gosh, so much stuff. Why do you go? Why do you go to convention? And I know, based on personal experience, that a lot of folks right now have reservations. You have tickets in hand, and you're weighing if it's really worth your going. I can tell you the cost of not going to the event is too high. The time to capitalize on the momentum that happens after Global Convention, it's too expensive to miss. To not have the hair care line in your portfolio as a tool to build your business is too pricey to miss. So if there's any way to move heaven and earth to get yourself to Salt Lake City, if it's important to you, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. And lots of people have said that, and we found that to be true. I remember our dear sweet friends, Sean and Mindy Ruthroff. Mindy had sprained her ankle about the size of a watermelon the night before Elite Academy, and they found a way. She showed up coming down the hallway in a wheelchair. She did it. And lots of other stories. People didn't have the money. They didn't have the time. People that had just enrolled. In fact, some of the presentations that we did today, I believe two of those folks, two of those prospects will be coming to Salt Lake, and it's Monday night and convention starts on Thursday. I think they're going to be there. So don't limit other people's ability to come based on your lack of belief that they should be there or they can get there. There's still time, even up till the last minute. And some of you will be catching Ubers and Lyfts into the convention. Those drivers need to know what's going on as well, and those invitations still need to go out. So up until we're there, while we're there, continue inviting people to Global Convention. You're going to get tools. You're going to get training. The breakout sessions are unparalleled by the industry leaders in network marketing and in LifeVantage. You're going to hear from the corporate staff. You're going to hear from the scientific community. You're going to hear from the FAB. You're going to hear the new incentive trip details. You're going to hear all the initiatives that have been taken on, LifeVantage Legacy, the amazing international development that's going on. But here's the main thing I want to convey to you. For us, yes, Protandim was awesome. Skip Campbell did a fine job presenting that little yellow pill 8.5 years ago in my mother-in-law's dining room. But it still wasn't enough for my belief. I needed to see more than just Protandim. I needed to see more than just Seth Campbell, as wonderful as he is. I needed to see more than a 45-minute presentation, and I needed to see more than a subsequent presentation. I needed to see the big picture. I needed to connect what was happening in this disruptive technology, in this revolution in health and wellness, and I needed to connect it to what motivates me, what drives me, my why we get out of bed every day. And that happened in that convention hall. First in San Diego at Elite Academy, then in Salt Lake City at Global Convention. And it was there that I owned my business. It was there that I realized I had it within my power to change not only my family tree, Krista's and my trajectory and our family tree, but thousands, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, if we would plug into this system We would take ownership of our business, and we would do the things necessary to transform our lives and the lives of thousands of other people. That happened at events. And I can tell you this, it's been said that belief is the engine that will drive this vehicle for you. That happens because you perceive and you connect with it. You connect with the culture, you connect with this community of like-minded people. And if you don't go to that event, you don't get that. The most you get is a LifeVantage Academy with 100 folks, right? And that's significant, that's substantial. But when you've got 5,000 people who think like you do, that are doing the same exact things, that understand the rejection and the fear and the anxiety and life like you do, and they're telling you, we did it, you can do it too. That changes everything, friend. And I will tell you, you need it. You absolutely need it. You have to stay plugged into that system, because you will flat run out of gas without it. Ask me how I know, right? So those are my imperatives. I also want to invite this team. If you're within the sound of my voice, either live or on the recorded playback, I want to invite you to a special event. You will remember, some of you, a tragic incident when we were at Elite Academy Dallas 2013. A friend of ours, Elite Pro 8 Daniel Bernard, got a phone call that his son Luke had been involved in a near fatal car accident. Please come to LA. He's been missing for 3 days. We found him in the LA County Hospital. He's not expected to live. He's 3 on the Glasgow sarcoma scale, which means he's going to be paralyzed for life, a vegetable. And you just need to come. It's bad. So we started praying. Well, over the course of the next 2 years, Luke not only lived, not only walked again, not only talked again, but started developing a screenplay based on the events in his life. That screenplay became a movie that's now complete. Daniel found out that one of our kids, Hudson, had done some theater, invited him to audition. He's in the movie. We got down there. He put me in the movie. Hunter's in the movie. Ariana's in the movie. LifeVantage is front and center as a main piece, as a prospecting potential for one of the protagonists, one of the brothers in the school. So here's the good news. Daniel has arranged a private showing while we're in Salt Lake of the movie The Favorite. If you want details, go to thefavoritemovie.com. You can see the trailer with my mug in it. And here are the details. That is going to be Thursday morning at 10 o'clock a.m., October 25th. Gosh, 25th is Thursday. I'm sorry. Thursday morning, October 25th, 10 o'clock at the Megaplex. Here's the address, 165 South Rio Grande Street. That's Rio Grande with an E. If you want to go, send an email to Kathy, K-A-T-H-Y, Kathy, K-A-T-H-Y, at sctb.org. That's Somebody Cares Tampa Bay, those initials, sctb.org. Let Kathy know you and your folks want to come. I think there's room for about 220 in the theater. They've got 65 RSVPs already. I asked Daniel for special permission to invite our team, which I'm doing now. So don't broadcast it, but bring the folks that are closest to you. It is a transformational movie. It's amazing. I've seen it twice. I've seen it once in its completed form, and it's really good. So John Schneider from Dukes of Hazzard fame is in it. Tyrone Woodley, welterweight UFC fighter, champion of the world, is in it. Uriah Hall from Mixed Martial Arts. Some of you know that world. They're in it, and it's a jolly good film based on a true story. So, and LifeVantage and some of our elites are front and center in the movie. So there's your invitation to The Favorite Movie, Thursday morning, 10 o'clock. It's free for you. So that's why we can't broadcast it widely. We only have 220 seats. But if you're on this call watching it at either live or playback, you're invited. And if you want drinks and popcorn, the theater will arrange to have that for you as well for $7.70. There you go. So let Kathy know that as well when you RSVP. The movie is 1 hour and 48 minutes. That should get us done by lunchtime and get you back into the hall before general session starts. Okay, just some quick notes. I don't want to go late on time. We've already been going for a while now. Those of you that have been in LifeVantage for any length of time know that we typically do a sort of 10 commandments or 10 suggestions for attending events. I won't go through all 10. Maybe I will real quick. But if you're brand new, these are the things you need to remember that will maximize your event experience. Here we go. One, you need to go, right? If you don't go, you don't know. You just miss it. It's like being a part of a sporting event. Somebody tells you about it. There's no way they can convey all that it was. There's pre-event networking. Get together with your team, get together with your upline. Again, room 151 on Saturday, but try to connect with as many people that in your team and crossline as you can. Plan your sessions. Get there early. Get the app. There's a QR code for that. Get your registration handled as soon as you get there. Plan your meals. Take some snacks, some Cliff Bars or some nuts or some cheese and crackers, just to sustain your mental energy. It can be exhausting. And Saturday will be dawn to dusk. It's all day, all night. So it's a full schedule. So make sure you've got plenty of Axio. You've got a water bottle. Eat better. Don't eat junk. Don't carb it up while you're there. You will pay the price. Drink plenty of water. And it's really dry in Salt Lake City as well. So bring some chapstick. Just a personal note. And you're talking to lots of people, so your lips get dry. So water and chapstick. Go to bed. Lots of distractions, lots of parties, lots of stuff going on. So make sure you're in bed on time because you're going to want to get up early. That's point number whatever. If those of you that drink coffee, the lines are insane in the convention center. If you want a breakfast sandwich, trying to find that before session is very difficult, can be very difficult. So kind of scout that out the night before. If you're arriving Wednesday, kind of look around the convention center to strategically plan where you're going to get your coffee or your lunch or your breakfast or whatever, but get up early. It will take more time than you think it will, and you want to be in the front of the room. I'll get to that in a minute. Take notes. You'll get a little registration booklet. Typically, they give us a little registration, sort of flimsy little 4.5 by 8 kind of thing. There's some blank pages in the back. They're not enough. Get a notebook. If you don't already have one, you need a notebook. A couple extra pens, one to keep and one to share. One to use when the first one goes out. Don't trust your fortune to your memory. It has a half-life. You will remember about half as much tomorrow as you learned today. So we have volumes of event notebooks, and it becomes the things that you're going to use to teach. So bring a notebook. Active listening process with somebody as you're going to lunch, as you're on breaks. Make sure you're sharing and processing what you're learning. Here's my pet peeve. The meeting is in the room. You will see lots of people standing around the hallway. What they're doing in the hallway, no man knows. Obviously something terribly important that they've spent thousands of dollars to get there. They've got babysitters, they've got hotel rooms, they booked flights to go stand in the hallway. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. I've said many times, I will lose an eyeball if I see my team in the hallway because the meeting is in the room. You need what's happening in the room. I need what's happening in the room. Don't be that guy out of the meeting in the hallway while the meeting's going on. Network, I already said it. The point of this is network marketing. This is your opportunity. If you can't network with this group of people, you should probably just quit. These are like-minded people who think like you, that as I said, they're going through the same experiences you are. Make a friend. It's good experience. It's good relationships. It's good culture. Network. Represent LifeVantage well, please. If you're wearing LifeVantage swag or you have a LifeVantage registration placard around your neck, you represent our company. So let's do a good job of leaving the place better than we found it. Tipping your servers, please. Making sure you're courteous to everyone that's serving us, especially the folks in the store. A lot of those are not LifeVantage people. Please be kind to them and represent the company well. Plan to have team time, especially if you have new distributors there. Make sure you are connecting with your team. Please. It's so important that they are connected, right? Again, if you don't have a place to go, we will see you Saturday at noon in room 151. Please come join us. Practice making others feel important, feel special. Ask questions, listen to their stories. Energy is at the front of the room. So unless you have a legacy seat, a LifeVantage legacy seat at the front of the room, I think those are all sold out. You're going to want to queue up before general session begins, a pretty good amount of time before the doors open, because you want to be at the front. The experience at the front of the room is completely different than the one at the back. Now, if you've got little kids that cry and you need to be able to make an easy escape, I get it, right? We were there. Or if you want to sit on the side, there's going to be lots of room in the wings on the side close to where the water coolers are for the kids to run around. And we spent a lot of time over there with coloring books and Legos and right. But in as much it is possible, you want to be in the front because that's where the energy is. That is where the excitement is. And that's where your absorption goes way up. You're engaged. You're not distracted. So the point is, get to the front of the room. Whatever you got to do, get to the front. I will tell you this, the Kansas City LifeVantage crew, our team typically sits on the next to front section on the right-hand side. So if you're an orphan, you can't sit next to me because we're in the elite section and we earned that. So I will save you a seat in the elite section. When you're an elite, you can come sit with us. Please do, with Kurt and Jerry and Julie. But if you're looking for a group to sit with, please come sit with the Kansas City LifeVantage folks on the right-hand side in the front, typically just behind the Louisiana Crazies. The folks from Houma, Louisiana and the Sonny Belanger team, they're usually on the front row, and then we're right behind them. So if you're lost, just look around for some friendly faces on the LifeVantage team, our LifeTree team. So with that, I think that's all I've got for tonight. Let's open it up for a couple questions. Pressing information that you have to have. We're at 30 minutes, so I don't want to kick it too long. But if you want to unmute, I don't know if you even can. If you want to try to unmute to ask your question, we'll try to field it.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
I just wanted to tell people, when you're in line for the convention, those that came in at the highest level at platinum, there's a special line, and a lot of people forget this and don't understand that this is for you, but there's a line for people to wait in, and then there's the platinum VIP line, and many times that is so empty. So that will get you a faster seat, guys. Don't wait. Go to that VIP line so you can find a seat before all those other people that didn't come in at platinum.
That is fantastic advice. Absolutely. And that will be typically that line starts some other place than the big doors, right, Karen? A lot of times they'll feed that through the store or some kind of side entrance, right?
No, they usually the last couple that I've been to, they've had that line right next to the regular line. So that's why it's easily missed, because it looks like it doesn't even belong there. So you just have to kind of pay attention, because there's not a real lot of advertisement that that's VIP. It's a separate lane. Yeah.
That is awesome advice. Thank you for that helpful tip. Breakout sessions. I get the question, do I have any information on the breakouts? I do. I don't have, so they're not releasing speakers this time for the breakouts, at least not yet. They're only releasing topics. I think that's intentional, but that list is available. The only place I'm for sure it's available is in the Crowd Compass app. So download that app, and there's a little icon that says breakouts, and you'll have the full list, both in, gosh, I want to say Chinese, maybe Japanese, Spanish, and then the second PDF is English. So all those breakouts or sessions are listed. You should pick 2 or 3, because quite often at Salt Palace, those rooms get full really fast. So you've kind of got to scramble to find one that will let you in. And the last time we were in Salt Lake at the convention center, the fire marshal was there. So in years prior, we had been able to kind of spill out on the floor. And last time we were in Salt Lake at the Salt Palace, the fire marshal did not let us do that. So we really literally had to bounce from one room to another until we found a room that would accommodate. And sometimes you just end up in a breakout session that you can fit in, right? You don't get your first 2 choices because they're already full. So have a couple options there as you're looking at your schedule. Anybody else?
Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, just so it says also country tickets for any Canadians or Australians.
Yeah, so that's where we come into the conflict with the favorite movie. Those country meetings, sorry, I'm changing my screen back. The country meetings are actually concurrent with the screening of the film. So if you want to see the international markets, by all means, the movie will be out some point. So ostensibly, you'll be able to see that maybe on DVD or Netflix, even if it doesn't come to Vancouver. Please go to that Canadian meeting Thursday morning, and that's when that's going to happen. I believe those start at 10 o'clock as well, either 9 or 10 Thursday morning. What was that, Frank? So I don't have a list of the countries, but typically every single country will have a meeting. The EU will probably be combined. But Taiwan, I would imagine, will be different from Japan or Thailand, Netherlands. All those will have different venues. So if you're building in multiple international markets, you'll probably have to choose, because there's only one slot that I know of, and that's Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So
Mark?
I want to say the name of also season by country.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, Jen.
Seating in the Canada section. There has been Canada section.
Oh, yes. In general sessions, yes. Yeah, look for the big flags. Typically, Canada also tries to sits together. You rowdy bunch, make lots of noise. And Mexico, Mexico's they're rascals as well. So yes, please try to find your country. And if you've got folks that are coming in internationally, please try to track them down and find them and love on them. This is your chance to do that. Anybody else?
Mark.
Yes, Dr. Whistler.
On Thursday morning, there are office tours of the LifeVantage corporate offices. And then I'm just wondering about logistics and doing that and then getting to the movie.
Probably not going to happen. It's probably an either or proposition. Because the office is, I think, is a 5-story building, and they're not going to walk you through everything. But last time we were there, we walked through the call center, met a lot of those folks that our team deals with, and it was great. They appreciate the recognition and the hearing. We got to hear their stories and see where the magic happens in Sandy. So yeah, plan on spending some time if you go. Shuttles leave every 15 minutes starting that morning, so you're probably not going to make the movie, but it would be well worth your time to go.
Oh, I'm already reserved for the movie.
Okay, right on.
So just don't plan on the corporate trip.
Yeah, I would say it's probably not going to happen, because convention center's downtown and Sandy's probably a 30-minute
got it.
drive, 20 to 30 minutes depending on traffic, which depending on what day of the week, Thursday, there could be traffic actually.
Got it.
All right, thanks, buddy. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. All right. Well, we should probably stop it there. I hope the recording comes out for those of you that are not on the live event. I hope you're having a meaningful experience with this recording. Julie, thank you so much for doing this amazing job every week, and for getting me hooked up tonight here in the IHOP University parking lot. We love you guys. We'll see you in Salt Lake.
Goodbye, Julie. Goodbye, Mark.
Everybody travel safe.
Bye, Tita.
See you, Mark.